Hi, folks. Okay, so our challenge this time around is to eat protein with every meal and also to eat fresh vegetables with every meal. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making sure that protein and vegetables, sufficient portions of both, are in every single meal that we're having. So that means depending on exactly what I have in your diet plan, maybe 3 meals, maybe 4 meals. On the rare occasion, it might be 5 meals. But depending on exactly what is in your meal plan, you're going to be having protein and veg with every single one of those meals. And you're going to use your portion guide, which you got at the start of the challenge, and which will still be and your apps under your PDFs. You're going to use your portion chart to have a portion of each food group with each meal. All right, so look, I've attached this PDF for this week's challenge. Now, this week's challenge lasts for 2 weeks, so we're going to be doing protein and vegetables with every meal for 2 weeks, and you can select protein foods, from this chart here. And again, we've color coded this red, just for ease of use. And so, guys, what I would recommend doing here is for breakfast, particularly, is I would just cut carbs out of your breakfast routine. So if you like to have cereal, porridge, for breakfast, or if you like to have toast or whatever it is, I would just do away with it for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be a lot easier on you. So I would have a 0-carb breakfast, and I would have not a 0-carb breakfast, but a low-carb breakfast. And I would have something like omelets. I would be egg heavy. I would probably add some chicken on the eggs. If not doing that, I would probably do some yogurt. And then the odd time, maybe a bit of red meat, depending on depending on how you kind of flavor fatigued I'm becoming, because cutting out any kind of food group out of any meal does become a bit tough. But I just want to get this down for you going forward. It's good practice to have protein and veg and with every meal. But you don't have to be as strict as we're going to be here for the next 2 weeks. But I just want to really solidify this point with you. I want you to recognize exactly how you feel when you're eating protein and veg with every meal. I want you to notice how full you feel, how much energy that you have, and compare and contrast your energy levels and your mood and your performance levels with how you were feeling before we started this challenge. So, why are we doing this then? So, look, when it comes to weight loss and muscle building, now, even if your goal is not muscle building for the ladies, I know a lot of you, when you hear muscle building, you think of bodybuilding, but it's not the case. Toning, what toning actually is building lean muscle mass, and that gives you that toned look. So for weight loss and for building muscle mass, even small amounts, protein is obviously incredibly important. It's second to none, but a close second comes in the form of fiber, and fiber is typically found in vegetables. All right, and so what we have done here is attached. You know yourself what vegetables are. Green vegetables tend to be the ones that's higher in fiber, and so that is typically the ones that we want to be eating the most. Now, vegetables obviously come with well-known health benefits due to vitamin content. But lesser known effects is that fiber has a high thermic effect. And what that means is that your body has to work hard to extract the calories out of it, has to work harder than it does with other food groups. And this is true of protein also. So protein and fiber, to extract the protein nutrient and the fiber nutrient out of your food, your body burns roughly 30% more energy in the extraction process. Now what that means is your body has to spend more calories to extract the food out, or to extract the nutrients from what you've eaten. And this leads to an overall higher calorie burn for you, which obviously leads to a greater amount of weight loss. Now, as well as that, protein will help with your muscle building. The muscle that you build is metabolically active tissue, which means that muscle burns calories just from being on your body. So for your body to sustain muscle mass, it has to burn calories, which is not true of something like fat. So if you have, say, if you're 70 kilo and you've got a lot of muscle mass, and somebody else is 70 kilo and they've got very little muscle mass, the person who has a lot of muscle mass will burn way more calories than the person who has very little. As well as that, fiber also binds to cholesterol. So when you're eating foods, the fiber molecules binds to cholesterol molecules and helps pull them through your digestive system, and helps to reduce your overall cholesterol serum levels, which contributes massively to health, as I'm sure you know. And yeah, so what they also do is they are very satiating food groups, which means the more protein and fiber you have in your diet, the more full and satisfied you're going to be. The fewer calories you're likely to consume, and the fewer cravings you're likely to have. So this has a large area of effect in terms of benefits. And as I said, we're going to be pretty strict with it now for 2 weeks. So I want you to put everything into this challenge. Going forward, after your 2 weeks is done, you don't have to be as restrictive as we're going to be for the next 2 weeks. You don't have to be as dialed in with your protein and veg typically. However, it's a good habit to build the foundations of. And if you find that you like having a lot of protein and veg in your meals, then absolutely keep it going forward. But for the next 2 weeks, this is us. This is our first nutrition habit, and we'll see how we get on with it. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.